Hey, greetings from Bill O'Leary. Here in this video, I'm going to answer the question, what are some big estate planning mistakes? So what you're going to learn in this video is why is it so important to get the estate planning right? And secondly, what are some of the big mistakes that people make when doing estate planning? Quick intro. My name is Bill O'Leary. I'm an attorney in Jacksonville, Florida, and I focus on estate planning, things like wills, trusts, and estates, elder law, and probate and estate and trust administration. My firm is Legacy Planning Law Group. So let's just jump right into the topic. What are some of the big estate planning mistakes? Estate planning really, if done right, can provide peace of mind because you know that your assets and your loved ones will be protected after you die. But many people make costly mistakes along the way, either by doing no planning or maybe taking a stab at it, but doing bad planning. Estate planning missteps, they can really undermine your intent and dramatically sort of diminish the legacy that you leave behind. These mistakes can also create added stress for your heirs in a moment of grief. Most estate planning mistakes tend to fall into one of several categories. And these mistakes can affect estates both big and small alike. And by the way, the headaches that these mistakes cause your loved ones are just as painful, regardless of the size of the estate, big and small. Each of these classic mistakes, regrettably, is avoidable. So all that's needed is knowledge of sort of the pitfalls and a little time working with your estate planning attorney. So here are some of the big estate planning mistakes that I see. Number one, which is fairly obvious, failing to plan at all. The biggest mistake you can possibly make when it comes to your estate plan is not making the time to do it. Unfortunately, it's something too many of us put off, but failing to prioritize your estate plan or not making sure it's complete ultimately means you're risking the future legacy of your estate and your loved ones. Another mistake, not making things smooth and easy for your loved ones. I have a question for you. Would you like things to be smooth and easy for your loved ones after you die? Or do you want things to be sort of rough and difficult? Kind of a silly question, because who wants things to be rough and difficult for their family? But what I'm getting at is that there's an easy way and a hard way. The hard way is if your loved ones find themselves bogged down in the probate court. Probate is a court process that takes many months and is quite expensive. So why stick your loved ones with that mess? Choose the smooth and easy way by putting in place what's called a living trust, So do you think not making things smooth and easy for your family is a big mistake? You think so? I certainly do. How about this mistake, not protecting your child's inheritance? What do I mean by that? Well, what if your child is irresponsible with money? Would you like to know that your child wasted away the inheritance in just a few short months after you die? Boy, that's certainly not setting them up for success. Well, this is commonly handled by having trust. Instead of it going outright to your child, let's say, we'll go into a trust where you can control how and when the money gets distributed out to them. You might want to create what's called staggered distributions at certain ages, like 25, 30, and 35, as an example. And you can authorize, by the way, the trustee to withhold distributions that otherwise are due if they consider your beneficiary to be, let's say, a danger to themselves. And this has become especially important in recent years with the opioid epidemic. The last thing you want to do is give an addict a large distribution of cash. But what about the adult child that is not irresponsible and does not have an addiction? Might there be a need or desire or reason to protect their inheritance? You bet you. What would happen to a responsible adult child's inheritance if, let's say, they got divorced or in, let's say, a lawsuit after a car accident? Would you want the inheritance to leave the family bloodline to go to the divorce of the lawsuit? Of course you wouldn't. There are ways to protect that responsible adult child's inheritance. And you can protect it in a way where the child is still in control of the inheritance. It's a great thing. So do you think not protecting a child's inheritance is a big estate planning mistake? And how about this mistake? Not making sure someone's in a legal position to help you manage your affairs if you can't do so anymore. What would happen to you if you experience, let's say, declining health and you're no longer able to manage your affairs? Do you have someone in place to help you? Does this person have the proper legal authority to help you? Not having this person in place with that authority is a big estate planning mistake. And this person, again, they need to have that legal authority. They need to be named in what's called a durable power of attorney, as well as a separate healthcare surrogate designation. The power of attorney handles financial matters, and the healthcare surrogate handles healthcare matters. So, hey, if you'd like to know more about these big estate planning mistakes, and maybe you want to find out, hey, how we can help you, we'd love to talk to you. So we encourage you to go ahead and book a 15-minute free phone call with us. We call it our discovery phone call by clicking on the link below this video, which will take you to our booking calendar, or you can just go to our website, legacyplanninglawgroup.com, and select the book your free call button. Just pick a day and time that works for you, and then we'll get on the call at the appointed time so you can share with us what your concern is, as well as we can sort of get a feel whether we'd be a good fit to continue talking. So this is Bill O'Leary signing off for now. And on behalf of everybody here at Team Legacy, go make it a great day and a better world.